Starting a little late, but I'm here. It's been a busy morning. Very challenging time of my life. Just, oh my goodness. Good morning. Well, you might be listening to this in the evening time, so good evening to those who are listening in the evening. Hello. That's why I use hello. We're on a journey. We're going from Genesis to Revelation. We are on our way. We just got started, and my legs already are tired. just kidding. On a journey from Genesis to Revelation, we made a stop over off into Egypt, just left there about a year ago, and made a journey through Leviticus, and now we're in Numbers. Now the guy that's leading us, this guy's name is Moses, is giving his brother more responsibility. In fact, what he said was they're going to break off the Levitical tribes, the Levitical tribe, and all the families of Levi to cover the expenses, or to cover not the expenses, but the responsibilities of the tabernacle of the congregation. I'm glad, because I don't want to take that stuff down. Because we're going to be on a journey, and throughout all this movement, someone needs to take care of the tabernacle of the congregation, because that is the centerpiece of our worship and our statutes. We just discussed the hand of Moses, and we believe that Moses hears directly from God, so he is giving us the boundaries to set us up to be prosperous as we go into the land of Canaan. This is the goal. Now, in the midst of all this, we have to put some things in order. So we know where all the families will encamp around the tabernacle of the congregation as we continue to move forward, because now we're going mobile. We've been stable for the last year, and now this is somewhere around the second year and the second month of the year, and he's giving us these instructions on how to handle this tabernacle that was created a while back ago by some of the most skilled people that we have in our group, called the tribes of Israel. These 12 families that got together, we numbered them back in Numbers chapter 1. They left out Levi, and in Numbers chapter 3, they numbered and assigned the Levitical tribe. Joseph's family, it's almost like favoritism. I'm playing around for some of you serious people. Joseph's family got some kind of, favoritism going on, because they numbered Ephraim and Manasseh, who weren't the original sons of Jacob. Actually, they're his grandsons, but Joseph's two sons are adopted into the family at brother level. They're going to be on the west side of the tabernacle. So we're creating the order of things. This is why this is the greatest leadership book ever created. It's called the Bible. Now, why is all this important? I throw these questions out because I can't hear you. But why is all this important? It's important because these statutes, and I keep saying that word because a lot of Christians, leaders, don't pay attention, understanding that everything comes from the Bible, but we don't study everything in the Bible. the revelatory work of understanding how God operates makes it real on the inside of you. It doesn't become a laborious thing. If you understand it, it is incorporated in your rest. Even when people question you, you have an understanding of it. It becomes part of your very fiber, your very being. I think when people read in the book of Isaiah, I think it was in Isaiah when he says, "Take and eat the scrolls." I don't think people understand the purpose of taking and eating the scrolls. Just like Jesus says, "Eat of my flesh, drink of my blood." I think people think of this more of as a religious thing instead of they think of it more of a typography, a proverb, or something. No, this is a very serious thing, taking and eating of the scroll and the flesh. Jesus, for you New Testament people, is the scroll, the word. Doesn't change the fact that you need to take and eat of your profession the same way. Because with the talents that we've been given, we need to understand the statutes of those talents, to offer them as a gift. Now, it'd be interesting, I say I'm called to be a teacher, but I don't study my material. And even taking seriously studying the material, you will always get people who will question your study. You can get no greater than the study. Yeah, if you can, let me know. You know, for those who say they love God, love Jesus, and don't study him to understand the statutes of him. I've been saved by grace. Yes, saved sozo, made whole by the grace of God, but your proof of your appreciation and gratitude is to learn of him. Learn of his ways. Master your craft so that you can be a gift. In the world today, there's a lot of focus in on the money part of it. I almost want to run away from people who mention dollar amounts. But don't get it wrong. You know, on my wall, I am attracting an abundant amount of cash. I am attracting favor with, you know, I have my I am statements as well. But, you know, the goal is to master my craft of teaching and organizational leadership. So honestly put, the reason why I like numbers, why I love numbers, which most of you, I think, avoid these books, is because I love the organizational aspect of it. It confirms to me who I am. Just like when you read the Bible or study the Bible, because the Bible does say study to show yourself approved, you'll find yourself in the Word. This is me. The organizational aspect of it, I love it. And it confirms to me who I am. This is where I find my comfort, my joy is in studying it, and I find my purpose in teaching it. Study to show yourself approved. With that said, Moses has appointed the Levitical tribe through the direction of God the Father, the Lord, the boss. Numbers. I'm still stuck in Leviticus. Numbers chapter 3, verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel. This is important for you guys that don't think the Old Testament is relevant anymore, which I find fascinating. And I, behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of all the firstborn that I opened the matrix or the womb among the children of Israel. Therefore the Levites shall be mine. Now, for you who don't understand what that means and think that the Levitical tribe is no longer relevant because we're in the dispensation of grace and mercy and all this other stuff, you're missing the point. This is describing what you talk about in the New Testament. Verse 13, because all the firstborn mine, on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, this is verse 13, I hallowed unto me all the firstborn in Israel, both man and beast. Mine shall they be, I the Lord. Verse 14, and the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, saying, number the children of Levi after the houses of their fathers by their families. By their families. Every male from a month old upward shall they be numbered. And Moses numbered them all. Well, he didn't say all, but he said them according to the word of the Lord. As he commanded. And then there are 3 sons. Why is that important? It's important because it is here that God has determined the talent of the people. Now, maybe you don't understand why I laugh. And I'm going to explain that to you. I laugh because it is not man that determines your talent. At all. I have a big challenge for people who make plans for me without telling me what their plans are for me. Because they've got it figured out how I fit. Instead of discussing with me my interests in my future. Believe me, this happens. People have discussions with you without opening their mouths. I love the Word of God. Because God reveals all things. What God is saying to Moses here, he says, I know the thoughts and plans I have for you. Now, granted, that was quoted in another part of the Bible, but God knows the thoughts and plans. Because when he does, he opens his mouth and he talks to you. And tells you, this is what I want you to do. When it doesn't happen, you also understand the order of things. In other words, it is a natural thing for people who walk in the Spirit to understand that this is how things work. In other words, if they don't do it this way, they're guided by another spirit. That's why it's important to understand the statutes, because it helps you to see the spirit behind everything. The model has already been created. There is not another way of doing it. It is God's way or nothing. That's where your success will come from. Now, if you don't interpret it that way, then God bless you as well. But I'm going to read part of it again, so maybe you'll reconsider how you see it. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, and behold, I have taken the Levites from among the children of Israel, instead of the firstborn, or instead of among the children of Israel, instead of the firstborn that opened the matrix. So he changed the plan, changed tradition. Therefore the Levites shall be mine. He made that decision. The Levites didn't make that decision. Moses didn't make that decision. Your friends didn't make that decision. Those who see something in you didn't make that decision. God made that decision. Not God working through a friend. No, God spoke to Moses, the hand of God who set the parameters. Your friends can't set your parameters. Your mentors don't set your parameters. The job of the mentor, my God, is Moses to Aaron. The job of the mentor is to bring out the talent that is within you, not to tell you who you are. And the difference is not even close. We're talking about the order of things. All the firstborn mine on the day that I smoke. So catch this. He didn't change his mind about all the firstborn being his. He's just choosing the ones that will serve the tabernacle of the congregation. And that's the Levites, which are really the third sons of Jacob. Yeah, but Paul, I don't understand your point. The point is, if we want to be successful at anything, we have to do things based upon the order of things within the kingdom of God. Now, you're thinking about the things. I'm thinking about the mindset, the heart condition. To have the right mindset is to learn the right mindset. To have the right heart set means to humble yourself to his ways, not your ways. These are his ways. Mind receives it, heart accepts it. That's the best description I can give you. When the mind and the heart are not right, then there's arrogance and manipulation. Number the children of Israel, verse 15, number the children of Israel, strike that. Number the children of Levi after the house of their fathers, their three fathers' houses. I'm not going to go through the sons because I'm running out of time. So let's run over to verse 20, Numbers chapter 3, verse 22. Those that were numbered of them, according to the number of all the males from a month old upward, those that were numbered of them, 7,500. The families of the Gershonites shall pitch behind the tabernacle westward. The chief of the house shall be of the father of the Gershonites, which is the oldest son, I believe. Elisaph, the son of Lael. The charge, verse 25, and the charge of the sons of Gershon. Here's the job description. And the charge of the sons of Gershon in the tabernacle of the congregation, the tabernacle, the tent, the covering thereof, the hanging the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, the hangings of the court, and the curtains for the door of the court, which by the tabernacle and by the altar round about, and the cords of it, for all the service thereof. That's their job description. So I think it's the three sons of Gershon, two sons of Gershon, Libni and Shammai, and their kids are in charge of the tabernacle, but not the whole tabernacle, those portions of the tabernacle. Who gave them the position? The Lord. Translated through the hand of Moses. Because the Lord set aside the Levitical tribes, the three sons of the Levitical tribes, to do the work of the ministry of the tabernacle. The work of the ministry is much larger than just the tabernacle. But the Levitical tribe is focused on the ministry of the tabernacle. The ministry is really given to all the children of Israel. The service of going into Canaan with the right mindset, the right heart condition, of paying attention to the hand of Moses, who hears from the Lord. I don't understand anyone that doesn't appreciate the Old Testament, because he's showing us that. Well, then again, I need the step-by-step stuff to understand even the New Testament, as we call it, the New Testament. But the step-by-step stuff shows you his statutes, shows you step by step, how do you do this? What players do I need to attract? What team members do I need to bring in to make things work? Well, he's showing us right here. Amazing study. If you're interested in being a part of this journey from Genesis to Revelation, please feel free to help. You can always use your help. $ MrPaulDozier at Cashapp. $ MrPaulDozier at Cashapp. If this is a blessing to you, please share these videos with family, friends, or anyone that you believe will benefit from them. God bless you.